Right, we're through into Thailand. Game 8 around the world in 80 games. Alright, it's game day here in Bangkok. On our way now to see BG Pathum versus Uthai Thani, I think it is, in the Thai top division. So gonna grab a taxi now. It's about 40-ish minutes. I think it's about 2 hours by public transport, so that's why I'm not doing that. And the taxi's not too expensive. Really interested to see what kind of food is there at the stadium. Obviously Thai food, amazing. Other than that, unsure on what the actual quality of the football is going to be, but that's what we're here to find out. So I'm gonna head now. Should be there soon. Alright, coming up to the stadium now, and it's actually pretty busy. We're about an hour out from kickoff, and just need to see what kind of stuff is around. But people are kind of gathering everywhere, so we'll find our way. So we've got like a whole food market in here, it looks like, just beside the stadium. So we'll take a look at what's available there. There's like a game stand, drinks, Mitsubishi. Yeah, so it looks like you can win things. And then there's a ton of food. Probably the most food options we've had so far. We've got popcorn, grilled meat skewers, noodle dishes, fried dishes, more skewers, fried chicken, like literally everything. There is way more than anywhere else we've been. There's also like club shop, everything. Right, we've got classic fried chicken, fries, spicy sauce. But yeah, by far the largest selection of food that we've seen so far. And that was 100 baht, so about 3 quid, 4 quid for all that. So no complaints. That was, well, you need to taste it first. Yeah, it's fine. Could be warmer. Tastes like frozen, like supermarket chicken, but it's not bad. Alright, we are in another one that does the stamp on the hand instead of using your actual QR code. But we're in now. I'm just gonna go and pick our seats. Alright, we're here now on the home end anyway, and yeah, it seems pretty cool. I mean, it's a lot more modern than the last few stadiums we've been in. To the away end, then literally directly on it. So interesting to see how loud they get, how loud it gets down here. You can see there's actually drums just over there. So I'm assuming those will be probably good use. But decent seats actually overall. 160 baht for the ticket, so if you're fiver, no complaints. Alright, about 10 minutes out now, both ends have started to liven up. You can see the away fans down there. The home. It's building.
พวกเราทุกคนจะร่วมกันถวายความเคารพด้วยเพลงสรรเสริญพระบารมีครับ
Alright, noise is definitely built up now. Oh, we're getting a countdown. Now we're away. Game 8. Oh! Oh! 1-0 half time. Interesting half. Bit of back and forward. I mean, in the first 15 minutes, PG Pathum could have been 2 or 3 up, and then momentum just completely changed back the other way. And they didn't quite have the same chances, but Thani started creating, coming a bit more on the ball. So yeah, match, a bit back and forward. Atmosphere has been a lot better than the last few games. I think just having the segregated crowd, being near the ultra fan group has added to the noise and definitely heightened the experience a little bit. But yeah, it's anyone's game for the second half because Thani did have a couple of chances over post, could have arguably had a penalty, and it's only 1-0 at the end of the day. At least we've gotten a goal considering that run of goalless games we went on. But yeah, interesting to see where the second half goes now. All right, back on the way the second half. Spot for a free. It's onside. That was a terrible free. I don't know how that's ended up in a goal. All right, BJ Pathum with the restart. Here we go again. Pretty stone wall from here. There we go. That's going to tackle big sail away. Still up for grabs, it's only 2-1. 7 minutes added time. They have time. That's a poor penalty. There we go. 2-1. Alright, there we go. Game 8 of 80. Done adjusted 2-1. It ended up being a good game, but that second half, like, by the middle of it, it really died off. on the pitch. To be fair, the drummers are still going, people chanting are still going, but you could sense the loss of interest a little bit from the crowd. It only really awoke with Pathum's second goal. Granted, after that, you had kind of 10-15 minutes where it felt tense, the penalty not being awarded, VAR overturned, missing the penalty, giving the away team one last hope. But yeah, other than that, second half, a bit slower. I guess maybe the heat was playing a part there, as well as the fact that it was mostly played in the other end of the pitch. So I think you could see the away fan or the fans at the other side of the stadium were definitely more engaged. But overall, fun experience, entertaining game. Definitely a step up in terms of engagement and like fan interaction from Vietnam and Cambodia. So yeah, no complaints here really. There we go. Game 8 of 80 completed. And to be honest, it was a good game overall. Like 3 goals, can't really complain. And other than a 25-minute period, probably in that second half, where there was a bit of a lull, it was overall pretty entertaining. Bit tricky to get to, easy with a taxi, but public transport wise, not great. Like Google Maps said 2 hours. Now I think there was some shuttle buses potentially being run. Just thought better safe than sorry. Took a taxi in the end. About 40 minutes from where I am now to the stadium. But the stadium, it's on the edge of town, really. Now it's a kind of new stadium, definitely the newest stadium we've been in probably since China, I want to say. And for when thinking about like the amenities around the stadium, it was great. Tons of food, tons of even stuff to do. Like there was a 5-side pitch nearby. There was games that people were playing in like little stalls before the match to win prizes. Now, in terms of food, pretty much everything you could want. Like they had the fried chicken that I got, which ultimately ended up being more like supermarket freezer kind of fried chicken, which was fine. Look, no complaints. They actually had insects you could have, like fried insects. So the woman beside me had like a bowl of fried, I think silkworms they were, which I didn't actually see at the food court area, but they were clearly there. Seats were fine. Stadium was honestly, you had a great view, and it was nice to be back in a stadium where the fans were segregated. So you could see the away fans were in the opposite corner, and that like their section was full. You could hear them throughout the game. It was loud. The home fans then were, I think where I was in like kind of where more the ultras were, but there was definitely a big presence down at the other goal as well. But they were loud, they were going non-stop, and it was just nice to be back in a stadium where you could feel the tension in the crowd. Like other than that 20-minute lull, as I was saying, the crowd was behind the team and cheering for tackles, booing opposition players when they got close, when they had a corner maybe, and getting on the back of the referee when they thought he was making bad decisions, because we haven't had that in Cambodia or Vietnam when the crowd was less segregated and there was just generally more of a kind of laid back spectator attitude to it. Not too much else to say. Like there was nothing that really blew me away. It was just a nice experience. It was a good game to be at and I enjoyed it, but nothing super unique, just a solid game of football, but a nice one. Like glad there was goals in it for game 8, 10% of the way there. Next one will be game 9 will be in Malaysia, hopefully, and that one I have kind of high hopes for. You hear a lot about, or you see a lot about Malaysian fan culture. They seem to get decent attendances out of these games, and I think it should be the last game of the season, so we'll see. Fingers crossed we get tickets for it. And yeah, like, I think it should be a good one. So we'll be leaving here, Bangkok here, and working our way down the country to Malaysia. Not quite sure where we're going to end up, but that's part of the fun, I guess. All right, that's that's it for our time here in Bangkok. We're headed to the airport now. Going to be getting a plane down to Krabi in southern Thailand, and then we will be moving on into Singapore for Game 9 of Around the World in 80 Games. 7 a.m. up early today to climb Tiger Cave Temple, which is something like 1,200-ish steps, which doesn't sound too hard, but in this heat, like it's already 26, 27 degrees. That's why we're doing it now, get it out of the way before that midday heat comes, because that would just kill me. Meant to be a lot of monkeys there as well, so headed out now, see what it's like. Not fully sure what to expect. Alright, we're here now. And yeah, this is going to be a steep climb just looking at it here. Not sure how prepared I was for this. Just look at that. That's pretty crazy. It's not what we're here for. We are here to struggle on this climb, I'd say. We'll see how we do. And one thing that I have been warned of at the base of this mountain, I guess, hill, is that the monkeys are quite active. You have to be careful with anything you're holding, anything you're bringing, so fingers crossed this camera lasts until the end. Alright, well there it is, the start of our 1,260 steps. It's going to be a long one. And our ascent begins. We've taken the first step of 1,260 for about a 600 meter climb. I will check in. Which you can't really see me because the sun's on my back, but we started here at about 20 past 8. So we'll see what time we make. I'm only like 5 minutes in and it is tiring. So I'm going to be covered in sweat by the time I get to the top probably. Having said that, the views even this high, not high up yet, are stunning. So I can only imagine what they're like at the top. No sign of any monkeys yet either. Maybe it's too early, I don't know. Alright, a third of the way there. And check it out. That's some view. But we keep going. No rest. I don't even think I can be seen here, but we go. Alright, just past the halfway point. We're getting there. Slowly. So thankful that I'm doing it this early, because this would just kill you at midday. Be way too hot. It's hot as it is, but yeah, I think it'd be 33, 35 degrees. Just way too much. Oh. Near the top now. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not out of shape, I'm not in shape, but this is incredibly tough. There's a lot of rest points though that you can take a break at, which do make the difference. We're still making good time, I think. The view is always special. I don't know how well this is capturing the steepness of it. The steps here now are a lot taller. You're probably looking at 20 to 30 centimeters per step. So it's very tough. Oh. The end is in sight, ladies and gentlemen. Nearly there. Never mind, that wasn't quite the end. More to go. Currently questioning why I did this to myself. I am gone. Oh, so close, I just can't see the end. It just keeps going. Well, there's the top and the monkeys. Oh, there we are. Wow. He just keeps going. I'm exhausted. For the record, it is 10 to 9 now, so half an hour. But I did feel like death the last few staircases, so maybe I should have gone a bit slower. Here now, anyway. And it's not a bad resting point. Check it out. Not bad, eh? I just can't believe they built a temple up here. Like, logging all of that brickwork and everything all the way to the top of this, 1,200 meters, like, is insane. Also, you know, whoever had the idea to build it up here, they just wanted to kill him after they started working. Because getting up here once is crazy. Bringing all this stuff up, just unimaginable. I mean, jokes aside, what a stunning place to build a temple. Not many views like this one. I think that the prospect of coming down from here is not exactly fun either. Might be that time though. Alright, time to head back down. Do it all again. Although, definitely going to be easier on the way down. Still, it was worth it. Very much worth it. Right, we are at basically the bottom here. Thank God. I won't lie, as I was coming down, you know, at about the 200-ish steps level, I had a few people being like, oh, how far up are we? We're nearly there, and I felt pretty bad saying, you're about 20%. They were asking if they were halfway. Telling people that are in the process of dying that they're not even halfway, that they're only 20%. Ooh, the looks on their faces. But yeah, well worth it. What a view. I mean, I don't know how much I could be heard from the top because of the wind, but like, it's just incredible. I mean, whoever had the idea of building a temple all the way up there is insane, and I assume the people working on it wanted to kill them as soon as they tried it. But yeah, what a place. So that's just finished here in Thailand. Game 8 completed, 10% of the way there, and Thailand has been a pleasure. Great food, to no one's surprise. I mean, it's world renowned for its food. People are lovely, and it was just a great time overall. Headed to the airport now, catching a flight to Singapore, where we will be seeing Game 9, hopefully, and I expect it will be a much more low-key affair. But yeah, Singapore up next. It's going to be an interesting one. I'm not too sure what to expect, other than it being more expensive than I would like, probably.